Hello everyone. This is going to be something just really quick to the point because it's been a terrible week for animation fans. Let's just say that. If you guys are unaware of what's going on with Warner Brothers and HBO Max, and I'm extremely disappointed because Cartoon Network and Adult Swim are two companies that I have always dreamed of working with. They announced that they will be removing numerous animated series, and it's only been 2 fucking hours since the day has started because it's literally 2 a.m. as I am recording this, and we see that Infinity Train is gone. And you want to know what makes this like so much worse than like them removing Infinity Train? I just found out that they also removed a lot of clips in the pilot off of YouTube. What the actual fuck? Like, what? I find it so interesting in particular because this isn't just a problem with Warner Brothers and HBO. This is just a problem with animation in general because Netflix does the same thing just as well. They treat their animation departments, their cartoons like shit. There's so many things out here where plenty of people that work within the animation subdivision of the film industry where they talk about how they get treated like shit. Like animation, the people who work there, they get paid less than people who work in live action film. Are we surprised? Yes and no, because one, I was surprised to find out because it takes a lot of fucking work to draw. It takes a lot of fucking work to voice act. It takes a lot to make an animated production, as I have been getting back into drawing again and slowly working into doing animation. It's long and it's hard. It will probably take you an all-day process to animate a 20-second scene. It's not easy whatsoever fucking ever. Now, that's why I was a bit surprised to find out that animators get paid less. People that just work in animation get paid less. Voice actors get paid significantly less than film actors, when a lot of them have way better performances just as well. We already see this so much going on when people actually found out how much anime voice actors make too. That's why you see them in numerous projects all the time. That's why you always see them doing fan signings on social media. That's why you always see them at cons. Because their job is not paying them enough. Because these Hollywood producers don't want to stop being fucking cheap and actually care about animation. Now, as I said, I was surprised because it takes a lot of work to make cartoons. I wasn't at the same time because y'all don't care about animation. Y'all don't. Y'all really don't give a rat's ass about animation. And part of that has to do with the fact that people see animation as something that is childish. They see it as something that is weird. Because I remember in middle school and elementary school, well, elementary school, people weren't really all that judgmental yet. But when you got to middle school and you got to high school, a lot of people had this mentality that anime was weird. And last time I checked, a lot of the stuff that happens in anime happens in live action shows. It happens in live action movies. The main reason people were saying that they thought anime was weird is because, yes, anime has a lot of other gross weird shit in it. We're not talking about that. But a lot of them were extremely judgmental towards people that watch cartoons. Because anime is just basically Japanese cartoons. If somebody calls anime a cartoon, they're not technically wrong. And then you would also see that so many people shit on American cartoons just as well. And the only ones that don't really seem to get that much shit on them are the adult animated series. And that's because adult animation has so many issues with it. They feel as if they can't be story driven and look better, because I'll be first to tell you, a lot of Western animated, adult animated shows are fucking ugly. They look terrible. We ain't never gonna get a show that look as good as the Boondocks and Black Dynamite, okay? Please, can we get shows that, American animation, start looking like that again? We got Invincible, but whatever. As we see when it comes to the way American people, and not just American people, but just people in general, because this is a worldwide thing, the way they view animation, they don't take it seriously, because that's part of the reason why Western animated adult series are the way they are, why they look the way they are, why the humor is the way it is in those. And then we have the children's stories, the stories that are for people of all ages. That's why they're great, but then at the same time, they're not taken too seriously, because at the end of the day, they're still cartoons. I have seen numerous shows this year, and some of my favorites were cartoons. I liked a lot of cartoons more than I liked a lot of these live action series that have been here, especially on HBO Max, because there's a lot of shit on that app and they let that stay, but they went ahead and started to whack all of the cartoons. So it makes you go, You want to know what I find funny? Some of the most long running stuff that comes from Warner Brothers are cartoons. You have the Looney Tunes and you have Tom and Jerry. You have the entire fucking Boomerang network, which is old cartoons. Those cartoons are from the 60s, the 70s. You know Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo is a franchise that's been going on since the 60s. A lot of y'all favorite iconic characters like Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, Tom and Jerry, Sylvester, the whole fucking Space Jam cast, they were there longer than a lot of this other stuff that's there at Warner Brothers. Your company would not be what the fuck it is if it weren't for animation. If it weren't for the little drawings and squiggles that run across the screen. But because people in the entertainment industry do not see animation as something that needs to be taken seriously, it's always the first to get whacked. It's always the first to get shat on, because I kid you not, remember at the Oscars where they tried to say something about how animation was for children? Out of all the shit that happened that night, that was one of the most irritating things that have come from it. And then you have the entire situation where Cartoon Network been in hot ass water all year, I'll tell you, okay? Their TV schedule is fucked up. And then they had the nerve to say something about how they were trying to go for more live action things for girls, because girls graduate from animation. I'm a girl. I'm a woman now. Animation has been my favorite thing for like ever. I prefer animation over live action shows. A lot of the most popular shows out here, even some of the ones that are on HBO Max, feature female leads. A lot of stories about girls are very popular. Literally one of the most popular shows in the entire world right now, Miraculous Ladybug, the bonnet on my head, not doing self-promo, this ain't the time for that, is a show with a female lead, and it's very girly, heavily inspired by anime. Magical Girl. Magical Girl's main audience is girls, and it's it's very popular. So for y'all to get on here and say that girls graduate from animation, it's just buffoonery. It's just straight up buffoonery. And I don't get it. because you are already in hot water with your fucked up schedule on Cartoon Network. Then you say some things about how women aren't interested in animation when so many women on social media are dying to break into the industry because they're so fucking tired of animated shows being told through the male gaze and so many of these animation departments just being full of men, specifically white, straight, cis, hetero men to be exact. And now you're just whacking your animated shows one by one by one by one. And what is making this so frustrating is because a lot of these shows, you can't find them anywhere else. You're literally erasing stuff from existence. So when people start bootlegging shit, if people start illegally downloading things, if people start selling DVDs in the back of their trunks and parking lots again with these shows, you can't get upset because you did that shit to yourself. The least y'all could do if you're gonna take these shows off of streaming services is put them up for purchase. You can have digital copies and have people purchase them. Bring back DVDs, please, because there's a lot of stuff out here that is just getting whacked and whacked and whacked and whacked, and it'll be erased from existence because there is no physical copy of that. You can't get upset with people for illegally downloading these things and saving them for myself if you're not gonna put it out there for them to purchase. But y'all don't care. Y'all don't care about that because y'all don't care about animation. Y'all really do not care. And you wanna know what? We personally need to just stop expecting so much from these big companies because they continue to disappoint us all the damn time. So I'm gonna close out this rant with go and support independent creators. Go and support these indie cartoon projects that you see on YouTube all the time, okay? Support these artists on the internet that are doing commissions to pay their bills. Support these artists that do art commentary channels where, you know, you basically watch them draw and they talk about whatever the fuck. These are the people that really need your support right now. Because Hollywood has made it clear that they do not care about animation. And it's tiring. Take your support to indie creators, please. Those are the people that actually need your support because they are the ones that actually do care about this craft and medium. All right, are we good? Did you understand everything I just said? I hope so. Goodbye.